You are now listening to Sports and Stuff, live Fridays from 12 to 1 p.m.
The only place where two college students join together to create the kings of sports. What is up, Sportscast? Welcome to the Sports and Stuff show, the dynamic duo of comedy. I'm Carter.
And I'm Adam.
Let's get right into it. Today on the agenda, we have the World Series. The NBA is starting up. We're going to talk about Boise State football. Tom Brady's 600th touchdown pass ball. Watson to the Dolphins rumors. Trade or no trade. Start bench cut. Game reviews, and then we're going to make our picks.
Yeah, and we may not get to all of them. If not, we might move the start bench cut or the trade or no trade, but we'll see due to time. But hopefully we can get through all this. We have a ton of stuff today, not going to lie. I was like kind of looking at this. I'm like, what do we even have for this week? And I thought we were going to have nothing. And then all of a sudden I'm like, ooh, we might not have.
There's a lot going on.
I know. So let's start with like the weekly updates that we normally do. We are rolling in new merch for the website. We are working on that. For some reason on our end, there's been like times where like the merch hasn't showed up at all on the website, and I've been like freaking out every single time.
Jeez.
And I'm like, bro, what is this? But the merch is rolling out. Some of them look super cool, in my opinion. Have you seen like some of the new ones that we did?
The New Jersey ones?
Yeah, dude, those look so sick. I was like, dude, I need to get these. But dude, they're super sick. Just check them out on our website. They're under the shop icon, I guess. And we're booming on TikTok again. Dude, so our last video, or like top video, is at 123.6 thousand views. I'm like, bro, what is this? And then our second, and that was like the football helmet, where I was like, my football helmet looks like this because I tackle like this. And then the second one was 75,000 last time I checked, which is insane. And that was the video, like the gloves one or whatever, where I literally tore up my gloves that I never wore. I got like a knife to it and just went like carving into it. Then we also have 23,000. I think right now 23,030.
2,300.
Yeah, 2,300. Yeah,
yeah.
23,000. Yeah, 2,300. Road to 5K. Hopefully we can get that by like, I don't know, maybe next 2 weeks or something like that. Hopefully, maybe. But yes, we will also be shouting out the first person to comment first on our videos. This week we have Connor Cassidy 12 and Zach Shelley _ who were able to get the first comment and commenting first on a couple of our videos. So shout out to them. Make sure to do that if you want to get a shout out as well. And we will be doing live commentary. We did not decide which game. I was going to talk to you about this off air, about what game we wanted to do this week, but
We're thinking prime time or just random Sunday game?
Dude, I don't even know. It could be any game, honestly. Even college, I found out we could do like a college game too,
nice.
Which is interesting. But we will keep you updated. That's why you need to follow us on all the socials, because we haven't decided this yet. It's just a funny way for us to get you onto the socials as well. But we will be doing that, so just keep checking our socials, and we will announce that. We also have stickers that we will be giving out in the quad at Boise State, and we'll be doing it with the University Pulse as well. For that, if you want to get a free sticker or something, just check out in the Pulse. Check out in the quad. We normally do it on Tuesdays, so if you just walk in the quad on Tuesdays and see me there, we will be giving out stickers. And if you want a free sticker, just hit us up. And if you can't make it to the quad or whatever, just hit us up and we'll hook you up with free stickers. Also, we're opening up for segment ideas. I mean, if you have any segment ideas that you feel like would be interesting for the show, we would love to hear them. Just contact us at contact@sportsandstuff.show, and we might implement them. And if you do, we will give you a shout out. Is that all the news for this week?
I think so.
Okay, sounds good. Now we're rolling on to the World Series. So the World Series is going on. I really love baseball, my bad. But I honestly haven't been really keeping up with this year. I feel like it's always the exact same. Like the Astros are in the playoffs, Red Sox, Dodgers.
What's a little different? I mean, the Braves being here wasn't supposed to happen.
Well, I think it was last year. They played the Dodgers and they went up 3-1 and they ended up choking. And so it's kind of redeeming, you know. But it's the Braves versus the Astros. I think no one wants the Astros to win.
Yeah.
Dude, the Astros. Dude, I can't even believe they. I mean, no, I don't think anyone's gonna get over the cheating thing. Even the Astros or the Red Sox, they both got caught cheating. So it was people were calling it.
Red Sox fly under the radar on that, though.
Yeah, they flew under the radar, so it wasn't as bad as like and they didn't cheat. I don't think they cheated in the World Series like the Astros did.
I'm not sure.
I'm not necessarily certain on
they're
that.
definitely thankful the Astros did what they did
I
because
know.
all the heat's off them.
Dude, like, oh, that's gonna be so bad. Like, but they're calling it the ALC, like, because it's the ALCS. They're calling it the American League Cheater Series instead.
It's accurate.
But I mean, no one wanted either one to win. I mean, the best of the two bads was the Red Sox, but they didn't make it. So now we have to root for the Braves. So I'm assuming everyone's going to root for the Braves unless you're an Astros fan or from Houston.
Probably literally everyone except Astros fans.
I even made a post where it was like everyone's rooting for, and just the little dot where Houston is. But I feel like that's pretty accurate. But yeah, I feel like it was kind of redeeming for the Braves, and I feel like they should win because like they had an awful the beginning of this because I was keeping track at the beginning of the season. And they had so many horrible injuries, and it was like they looked in a rough spot. But then they kind of popped back.
They got another bad injury last night, though.
I know, dude. Well, didn't they lead off with a home run? Like, wasn't that their first hit? Like,
I'm not sure. I know they put up 2 in the first inning. I don't know if it was the first hit.
Dude, it was kind of crazy. But we should keep you posted next week. But the thing is that we're recording this on Wednesday, and the next time we're going to be recording is next Wednesday, and it'll come out on Friday. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure the World Series will
probably be over by then.
Maybe I don't even know. Honestly, do you have any predictions for what's going to happen?
I am not nearly as knowledgeable on baseball as I am on football or basketball or anything. I hate to say it, but I feel like the Astros are going to even it up tonight. Fried has been good for Atlanta, at least from what I've seen, but the Astros against lefties. I'm a very casual White Sox fan, so I know what the Astros can do against lefties. So I don't know. I feel like they even it up tonight, and if they're able to do that, I kind of think they're going to pull it off. I do, but I'm a very casual observer in baseball, so don't take my word for anything.
Yeah, for me, I would say I surely do want the Braves to win, and I think they will get it done eventually. I think, if not the 6th, I could see them going into Game 7 and finishing it off, but I definitely think the Braves will win. I don't know, but the Astros, who knows? If they're pulling a trash can out, who knows what's going to happen? So what's your favorite, like, basketball or baseball team? Do you have a favorite?
I guess the White Sox.
White Sox?
I've been trying to get into baseball, and I decided I needed a team to get into it.
Dude, you need a team, you know?
I picked them randomly at the beginning of the COVID season, and I don't know, they made the playoffs twice in a row, but I don't know. I can't get into it like I can get into football, but I'm trying.
I don't know about Chicago, Chicago White Sox, but for me, my family's always been an Angels team, but actually, fun fact, my family was more into baseball beforehand, and that was the first sport I actually got acknowledged into was baseball, and we were a huge Angels fans, like huge Angel family, and so the Angels did really well in the playoffs, and I remember one year, I don't remember, I think it was like, must have been 2008 or 9. We'll have to check this later, but they played the Yankees getting into the World Series, and they lost to the Yankees in that series. And after that, my dad was like, I'm done with the Angels.
And he was serious.
Yeah. And then he straight up we stopped watching baseball after that.
Wow.
It's funny because that's when the Angels actually went downhill from that point on. But now that I'm getting older and I can actually choose my own team, I would say I really do like the Angels still, especially because they have like really great players. Their just pitching sucks. But I would say the Angels, and I also like the Mets. I don't know why.
The Mets. Interesting.
I kind of like the Mets. I don't know. I don't know. It's just blue and orange,
Blue and orange.
Yeah, but I think mainly because when I first started playing Road to the Show, my player always got drafted by the Mets, And I don't know. It's kind of like that home team, like
I always got drafted to the Orioles. I don't know why.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Dude, well, nowadays I feel like they just draft you to like the worst teams now, just
Yeah.
because. I think this year, and I always hate with the MLB The Show. Okay, those are I think 2K is the best game for. I don't know what you feel about.
I think it's MLB The Show by far. I
Well,
don't
I
even like
think-
baseball, but I don't think 2K and Madden are good at all.
Dude,
I think Madden's probably the worst.
Madden sucks. I
It's
really
so
love
bad.
The Show. The thing with the NBA, like 2K, is that they have so many games that you kind of don't want to play them all. But with MLB The Show, I can actually play like the whole season. Like I love those games.
Yeah, MLB The Show's an awesome game. It's definitely my favorite. I'm really
Mhm.
glad that I can play it on Xbox now.
Dude, I know. Dude, I remember when I had like my brother had a PS4 and I always stole it just to play The
Yeah.
Show because that game is so good. And
My friend had one, and we'd always go to his house, and we'd always play it.
yeah, and like for me, I was always like conservative with buying it because I was like because the first one I got was like 19 or something like that.
Mhm.
I used to play like the older ones like on the Xbox, but like the old Xbox. But I remember when I had it, what was I gonna say? I got it at 19. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna only use it for the career mode because that's all I would normally play. And I'm like, I'm not gonna buy the next one unless they have an actual like game changing feature. And then they added create a team, and I'm
Mm.
like, "Oh, I gotta buy it now.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I'm not gonna buy the next one unless
Unlike
they have
Madden
a.
and 2K, it's just copy paste.
Yeah.
Right?
And I was like, well, I'm not gonna buy it if they don't have anything else to improve for 21. And and then it was on Xbox. And I'm like, well, I have to
Yeah,
buy it then.
yeah.
It's on Xbox. But dude, I think they're like, I don't know. I really like MLB The Show. I don't know. I feel like it's between 2K. Dude, I'm stumbling on my words so much right now. I feel like between 2K and MLB The Show, I feel like those are the two best. I also heard FIFA was good, but I don't know.
I don't know. It's okay. I mean, it's as good as you can expect an EA game to be.
Yeah, I don't even know.
All right, you want to go into NBA?
Yes.
All right, our next topic is going to be the NBA has started their season, and it is interesting. I mean, you look and you see the Bulls at the top of one conference and the Warriors at the top of the other, and that's pretty contradictory compared to what we've seen the last few years. Steph Curry is on a tear right now, and the Warriors are undefeated. They almost took a loss last night, but they managed to come back and win. LeBron and the Lakers are interesting. They got a win last night, but it was without LeBron.
Wasn't their first win?
No, it was their second. They beat
Okay.
the. They had a win before. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Westbrook and Anthony Davis were both incredible.
Westbrook.
Malik Monk had ice in his veins. He was awesome. Yeah, and they beat the Spurs in overtime, coming back from like a 15-point deficit in the late third. But the Blazers are terrible.
Yeah, I just put that in because I was assuming that was your team.
Yeah,
So
I am
it's
a
kinda like-
Blazer fan.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I think it's time to trade Lillard and get the rebuild on with. But that is a very unpopular
I don't-
opinion among Blazer fans.
I don't know. I mean, like,
We're just not good. We've been
Yeah.
stuck. We have the longest streak of making the playoffs in the entire NBA. It's been like 9 years in a row.
I know, but like you can't do
and we've
anything after
never been a contender ever.
that. Yeah.
Like, we're so bad.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't even know.
I'd rather
because-
rebuild than be stuck in the middle.
I don't know. I don't get like trading the best players for rebuilds because I mean you could get stuff out of it, but it's like I would keep Lillard and trade everyone else and try to get whatever you can and
He's
just hope for the
31.
draft. But he's still good. Like he's
Yeah,
still
he's
like
still good, but by the
he's still,
time
like,
you
the best
rebuild
player.
and get back, he's
Oh,
gonna be like
yeah.
35. And
dude,
I don't know.
don't
I think
even
we just
know.
need to blow it all up. But
Dude.
we'll
Yeah,
see.
I mean, I kind of agree with that. Dude, definitely not Ben Simmons.
I like Ben Simmons.
You
I
do?
not for Lillard, but
Dude, but just in
I am
general?
I'm one of Ben Simmons' last defenders. Like everybody
Seriously?
has turned on him, but I still like him.
Dude, Ben Simmons sucks. And that's dude,
He doesn't suck.
dude, he couldn't even make he couldn't make competent shots like last year. Like I feel like with Ben Simmons,
He's one of
for
the best
me-
defenders in the league, though.
Yeah, but
He's
like,
a great
he
playmaker.
sucks.
He
Anyone
shouldn't
can
be.
play defense. Like, oh my.
Not anyone can play
Dude,
defense.
Well, I'm like that. Like when I play pickup games, I only can play defense. I can't shoot. I can only make free throw. I'm basically the Ben Simmons of like playing, and I suck. I will admit I suck at basketball when I play. But like
Ben Simmons is good.
dude, just because you can play good defense doesn't mean you're a good player. You gotta shoot. Like it's an offensive league. You gotta make points.
Well, he's
you know?
still good on offense, just not scoring. He can
He's
finish.
not good on offense, but he's not scoring.
He can finish and he can play make. There are other offensive things other than shooting threes.
Yeah, but like I don't know.
He should be better at shooting.
He definitely
but he's
wasn't
still
good. Wasn't a good fit with Embiid. Definitely,
No.
because they're both like in the paint players.
I think he does need to get traded, but
yeah, dude, I don't know.
I don't know where he would be a good fit, honestly.
And nowhere.
Swap him for McCollum, bring him to Portland.
I think you'd be a good fit.
I love CJ.
At McDonald's.
I love CJ.
The McDonald's drive-through.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Ben Simmons gets way too much hate for a dude who could have been Defensive Player of the Year last year.
I don't know. I don't really like him. I feel like some other people were with me with that, but
A lot of people are.
Yeah.
So how about the Ball brothers like running the league right now? The Bulls and the Hornets are two of the best
Dude.
and two of the most exciting in the league right now. Have you had a chance to watch them at all?
Dude, LaMelo is
He's
insane.
so good. I've been watching him since his high school days. That's when I was playing basketball. He was in high school,
Yeah.
and I watched all his games, and I really hoped he made it. But it's weird to see him in the NBA now. Like just following him from that young, it's weird, honestly. But he's killing it.
Yeah, it's also kind of weird because like where I was from, I was really close to where they were in high school. And I was like, whoa, I didn't even know. Like I was even realizing all this stuff.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of weird. And then the thing like I said a couple episodes ago where it's like, you know, when you have a brother in the league, you're normally going to be good. But like the thing was with that, I don't really know if that applies for basketball because, you know, with Giannis and his brother, I don't know really any other brothers that are like
Giannis has his two brothers.
Yeah.
And then Steph and Seth Curry.
I mean, Seth is all right.
Seth is good. He is a sniper.
Yeah, he's like, well, he's good, but it's like compared to Steph.
No, he's not Steph, but he's a good NBA player.
Yeah, he's serviceable.
Blake
like,
Griffin's
I feel like
brother played, but he was not good.
Yeah, and then it's like, I kind of was iffy, and LaMelo isn't really that great. I mean, LaMelo coming into the league was all right. He wasn't like superstar like all the hype that he had to him.
LaMelo wasn't?
Yeah, or no, Lonzo, my bad.
I was gonna say.
Lonzo, he kind of didn't really live up to the hype that he had. Then LaMelo coming in had a ton of hype, and I was kind of iffy, but he's looking good.
He looks awesome. I love watching them. LeVar tried to tell us, man. He tried to tell us.
He said that. He's like, the youngest one gonna be the best one.
Well, and he tried to tell us they were all gonna run the league. And
Yeah,
Jello's in the G League right now, so
well,
he's
he's
probably
trying.
gonna get called up too at this point. I mean,
Isn't he on the Pistons? I think he's on the Pistons
I
G
thought
League.
so, yeah.
Something like that.
Because he played summer league for the Hornets and he was
Yeah.
playing good, but they didn't call him up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we'll
Well,
keep a watch on the NBA over the
yeah.
next coming weeks. It's kind of too early to predict anything right now.
Yeah. I mean,
we'll probably get an MVP watch going in a week or two here.
I think definitely one of the teams that's clearly going to make the playoffs, I think, is clearly the Jazz.
Yeah, Jazz are good.
I honestly think the Hornets are probably going to make it, but this early, anything could happen at that point.
Yeah.
I think, dude, I don't even know. The Lakers look,
The Hornets need to tighten up on defense if they want to
know.
make it. I think they might be giving up the most in the league right now.
dude. I mean, they look very iffy, but I feel like the Lakers. I don't know what's going to happen with them because,
I still like LA. I think they're going to be good.
well, with them, everyone was like, "Oh, they got like the super squad or whatever," but it's like they're all kind of old.
They
you
are
know?
old,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like they got. But I mean, you know the what's his face? Why am I blanking? He was a great Knicks.
Mello?
Yeah. Well, because I was like, I don't want to say LaMelo because, but I was trying to find.
Carmelo.
Yeah, and then but yes, he's still really good. He was on the Blazers last year.
He's a good shooter.
Yeah,
He's good for mid range, that's for sure. But
he's
he's
gonna
kind of a
regress, I
defensive.
feel like.
He's a defensive liability. But
yeah,
I like the Lakers roster. If they can make it work with their big three, it's going to be dangerous.
Well, I don't know if you saw this. There's one play where LeBron, he made a good play on defense where he just kind of interrupted he tried to get a block but he missed.
Yeah.
But he interrupted the shot. And then they were doing a fast break on the other way and he just stood on the other side. He was just sitting there. He was watching.
He's done that quite
Dude,
a bit over the years.
I feel like that's so stupid because it's like, I mean, I get it, but like, still, you got to put your effort.
He's an old man.
Dude. Like, I mean,
He's old.
still, but like, I don't know. I feel iffy, especially last year with like the whole loss in the playoffs.
Yeah, well, I mean, AD and LeBron were both banged up though.
Yeah, I mean,
and I think this team is better. I mean, getting Dwight back and Malik Monk is playing awesome.
In Westbrook.
Awesome. Losing Caruso sucks. Caruso's playing really well.
Yeah, on the Bills or Bulls.
Yeah.
Oh my, dude.
All right.
Goodness.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the NBA, but let's move into Boise State football.
I know, dude.
Lost to Air Force. Tried to make a comeback win. Recovered an onside, which was crazy. Like that never happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then we threw an interception on the very first play of the drive. The very first.
It was like we're looking up. Dude, this kind of reminds me because I was commentating on Boise High, like the Boise High team, and they're playing on the Boise State backup field,
Oh, yeah.
And it was the exact same story.
Really?
It was like both teams were like, one team was running on all cylinders. It was Skyview versus Boise High, and Boise High was down, and they made a miraculous touchdown at the end, but it was a field goal for Boise State's sake. And it was like a long shot onside kick. They get it. Then the first drive, it was a 3-and-out, and they lose the game. And I'm like, bro, it looked so parallel to Boise State that I'm like, what is this?
I think the most frustrating thing for me about that game was, I mean, we marched down and scored right away. And then on the next drive, that was a fumble. I don't care what anybody says. That was not a forward pass. If they call that a fumble.
That was so stupid.
If they call that a fumble, the offense is clicking, the defense has momentum, we go down and score. I don't think Air Force is coming back from 14-0. I really don't.
That was kind of confusing for me because I looked at that. I looked at the TV. I saw Riley Wimpy with the ball, and I'm like, oh, hey. And then, because I was with my parents at that point, and I'm like, yeah, that was the dude I interviewed. And then I was like, yeah, he got the fumble. And all of a sudden, I saw that they're still on defense because I just like took a glance and looked back.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I was like, they just got a fumble.
That was a fumble. And that could be the biased fan in me talking, but it's not. That was a fumble.
Dude, that was a fumble. That was so stupid.
That's the second time that a fumble has screwed us.
I know.
It wasn't as bad as the Oklahoma State game.
Yeah, I mean, at least we got it, but like...
that was a touchdown.
Dude, that was so dumb.
I'm still majorly salty about that.
When we did the photo shoot for the staff, for the Arbiter, because I'm one of the paid writers for the Boise State, we did a photo where I was in my ref uniform and Lexi, my editor, was in a Boise State jersey, and then I threw a flag on her, and that was like the photo.
Yeah.
And then I was hoping that they're gonna caption it Boise State's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude,
there were some questionable calls in that game.
Dude, I mean, I feel like regardless,
at the end of the day,
this is
every game that we've lost, other than Nevada, we really should have won, and we had every chance to win.
Yeah, and that's like the thing with football is like you could pin it to one or two plays, but regardless, there are so many other drives that you could have scored on where it's like every team has an opportunity to win. Especially you've seen it where it's like even if you're down 21-0, you could still win. Where it's like, I don't know,
or if you're up 24-7 at UCF, you can still lose.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know. It's kind of crazy, but I feel like this is a lost cause season this year.
Yeah, well, we're going to Colorado State next week. Short favorites. Colorado State and Boise both 3-4. Colorado State 2-1 in conference play. Boise 1-2. What do you think? What are you thinking for this week?
I'm calling it. We're losing every single game this year.
You think we're losing out?
Yeah, I think we're losing.
Still
this
play
game.
Wyoming and
dude, I think we're losing this game. Dude, I definitely think we're losing Wyoming. I don't know,
man. Colorado State. I think we're gonna beat Colorado State.
I feel like this is the safest game that
That's your bold prediction. We lose out.
Yeah, we lose out every single game. We just
all right.
Lost
Mine. I'm gonna say Shakir goes for 150-2 this week. He's due. He's due to have like a massive blow up. He keeps making these crazy catches. You look at his stat line, and it doesn't reflect at all how talented he is. He's due.
I was interviewing Shakir, and Riley, and dude, Khalil straight up pulls up in like the weirdest shirt. It was like a skin tight, like button up shirt that was like zebra pinstripes. And I'm like,
Nice.
what? I was like, man, but it was kind of drippy though. Not gonna lie,
Man.
dude,
He's so good.
dude, yeah,
He's
I don't
so
even know.
good. He's got to be like at
He has to be
least
first round now,
at least day 2 minimum, right?
dude. I think, yeah, like,
I think he's a first round receiver. And
dude, he's getting,
maybe this is the going to the school and us talking, but like you look at him compared to some of the receivers supposed to go in the first round, and
yeah.
really, like
Well,
I
if-
don't know. He's
If the only knock on him
legit.
is that he's playing against Mountain West teams, I feel like that's not a good knock because
I don't
he's
think so
getting
either.
he's getting like skin like they're step on step with him like
Mhm.
on DBs, and the DBs are pretty good on
Well,
in Mountain West.
sometimes I mean he can dust them sometimes.
Yeah, but like
when you think
Hank's
about,
throwing
like-
in double coverage when he's like getting double covered,
Bro, that
and he's
catch at
making insane
BYU?
catches.
I don't care who you're playing against. These catches are the same. Like whether
Dude, they're
whether you're
insane.
against
he's like
you're
Baby
against
Hopkins.
whether you're against Georgia or whether you're against Delaware, making a one-handed ridiculous catch is the same. Like
Mhm.
maybe beating someone on a route is different, but the crazy contested catches and like the poorly thrown balls that he makes into catches, those
Mhm.
are the same. Like you can't blame that on competition at all. He's legit.
Here is my hot take. I think he's going to be a better DeAndre Hopkins.
Better.
I think
Whoa.
he's like DeAndre Hopkins, but I think he's better because he has
I
he-
like
he
I
has
like
humility.
the comp. I like the comp. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be better than Hop.
I think I didn't mean like better as in like performance, but I meant like he's a better personality than DeAndre.
Mm.
He has more like humble than DeAndre Hopkins is. DeAndre Hopkins is kind of more like an arrogant kind of what I've gotten from him.
Listen, if I was that talented, I'd be arrogant too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
But like Shaq is that good, and dude, he's so like he's one of the most humble people you could talk to. It's insane. I really like him. He's amazing.
I really wish he was not a senior, but
I know.
what can you do? Hope he kills it in the NFL. He's probably gonna be a Cowboy. Every Boise State player's a Cowboy.
I know. Every good Boise State player is a Cowboy. Except for Jay
Basically,
Jai, and then he kind of
He's-
fell off.
He's not even.
I don't
Who's
even know
the
her.
best non-Cowboy in the? Is it Madison?
Dude, I don't even know.
Probably. Anyway,
Probably. Dude, there's some players where I'm kind of I look at them and they say they're from Boise State. I'm like, oh, they're from Boise State? It's kind of weird.
that's how I was with DeMarcus Lawrence.
What was it
I
doing-
didn't follow Boise State very well before I got here, so
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of iffy. I didn't even really think that I was gonna go to Boise State. Like I
Neither did
said, I was
I.
gonna go to Oregon.
I was gonna go to Utah.
But yeah, dude, it's kind of crazy. Well, Leighton Vander Esch was insane.
Yeah.
I really liked him. Yeah, I feel like they always go to for Cowboys for some reason,
Could
but
be because Kellen Moore's there.
yeah, maybe. I mean, that's
Bro,
actually a legitimate
He
reason.
needs to be the head coach already. Mike
I
McCarthy's a
know.
liability.
Dude,
Anyway,
Mike
getting
McCarthy's
off track.
destroying their team. Yeah, okay. You probably heard this already, basically everywhere, but Tom Brady's 600th touchdown pass, the first time anyone's ever gotten 600 touchdowns, and they just give the ball away. Mike Evans accidentally gives the ball away, and that fan was in for a surprise when they asked him for the ball back. They ended up giving him compensation, but this is pretty controversial, the compensation. They tried to do all they could, but what they gave him was 2 signed jerseys and a helmet, Mike Evans signed jersey with game cleats, $100. Oh my goodness, what is up with me today? $1,000 in Bucks like team store credit, dual season tickets for the remainder of this season and next season, and a Bitcoin from Tom Brady worth $36,000.
63,000.
60. Dude, what
A
is?
little bit of a difference there.
Oh my goodness, dude. I don't even know what's up with me today. It's been an off day for me. I don't even know. But do you think this was and the ball was a 500,000 to 75?
Where is that
100,000.
coming from though? Like
I
how
heard that
do
was
we
like
know it's worth $500,000?
That's what I heard from auctionists. That's what they said it would go for. And if there's I heard that a Tom Brady rookie card went for $1 million. So I wouldn't be
Oof.
surprised if that went for $1 million.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. He got a lot.
Yeah,
I probably would ask for more. I'm not gonna lie,
dude.
season tickets for life would be
Yes.
like baseline for me. Like
Mm-hmm.
2 season tickets for 2 years. That's not gonna cut it. I need season tickets for life.
I mean,
Tom Brady throwing in the Bitcoin was pretty
yeah, that
cool.
was pretty nice.
Someone talked to him and he said, "I just want to golf with him." So Tom Brady needs to make that happen. He needs to golf with
Dude,
that man.
yeah. Like, I feel like for me, what I would ask for is maybe hanging out with some of the players. I feel like that would be really cool. I don't know if they would do that. That would probably be on the last. I would definitely say tickets for life.
Yeah.
I would say I would really love another game football, but signed by every single player on the team.
That
I
would be
feel like that would
awesome.
be the biggest
That'd
flex.
be really awesome.
And I don't care about like it to store credit or whatever, but like if I could get like a football, I'd probably ask for those 3 things. I
Yeah.
mean, because regardless,
I'll take
like,
the Bitcoin too.
yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that too. You just add that on. But I mean, I feel like they did all they could for 500,000 though. You could have gotten a ton with that, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really sentimental. I feel like for Tom Brady.
I think he was getting that ball back no matter what.
Yeah, like especially since no one's done that before. I mean, it could look like an ordinary football, but like just the value of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very special, and I don't think anyone can really hate Tom Brady at this point. Like,
I love Tom Brady.
dude, I hated Tom Brady
I've
when he was
never
on the
hated him.
Patriots. I was always like the Aaron Rodgers is better, like talent, and I still believe that talent-wise, Aaron Rodgers is better, especially coming from a Packers fan. But
Yeah.
you can't hate Tom Brady. You cannot hate him. Like even though he cheated, but like I just can't hate him.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah, allegedly. I
Listen,
think
I
he
love-
took the fall for that.
I love Tom Brady.
Dude.
He's as a 49er fan, other 49er fans hate me for saying that he's the GOAT, but he's the GOAT. Okay.
Yeah, I mean you can't. He's
Like a
achieved
lot
the
of people say
most.
Montana and Rice. It's just no. I mean,
You can't
listen,
argue
stats
Montana
aren't
and Rice
stats
now.
aren't everything. They're far from everything.
Yeah.
But Brady has over double the passing yards of Joe Montana.
Yep.
Like you can't. Montana's just not better.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
like-
Brady's the GOAT. And
Yeah.
I think Brady is the GOAT of team sports ever. Any
Mhm.
sport.
Yeah. I mean, like, especially since it's so hard to go to Super Bowls, he's making it look so easy. And he looks like he could win it this year, too.
It's very possible.
Dude, like, I don't think they are. I sure hope they don't. But, like, I definitely feel like I agree with you with that. I definitely think talent-wise, like I said, but
I think when
he's-
you combine like talent and accomplishments and accolades and everything, I just don't think there's an argument for anyone else.
Yeah, I can firmly stand that he's the smartest football player ever.
Gotta be.
Maybe the smartest player because he just knows the game at this point. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say he's the most talented. I
No,
could
he's not
say
he's not the most talented quarterback
Yeah.
of all time. Aaron
would-
Rodgers has more pure talent.
yeah, I would say Aaron Rodgers is the most talented, and I still would stick by that. I don't know if Patrick Mahomes could pass Aaron Rodgers there. Right now, he's making very questionable throws.
If
which will-
Mahomes can keep up the pace that he set his first like 2 years as a starter, then I think that you can have that conversation for sure.
Yeah.
It's just too early to say right now because of how long Rodgers has sustained being this talented.
Mhm. And like, I mean, quarterbacks can have off years. We'll probably get in that later, but like, quarterbacks can have off years. It's not like
Yeah.
this is gonna end his career, but like,
You think about
Um,
Rodgers last year was a bounce back a little bit.
yeah, I mean,
He was
think-
never bad.
yeah,
An off year for him, like he said, is a great year for other guys.
I know.
but-
It's like, with that, I'll just talk about that real quick. It was kind of weird because I didn't really like last year because he looked like he was munching or like wanting stats because the year before that, Aaron Jones had 20 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And that was because when they were on the goal line, they just always gave it to Jones. But last year, Aaron Rodgers had 48 touchdowns, and that was because every time they were on the goal line, instead of handing it
it
to
was
Aaron
working
Jones,
though.
instead of handing it to Aaron Jones,
Fade to Devontae
Yeah.
or hit Tanyan in the flat.
so it was kind of like he was stealing touchdowns from Aaron Jones, like what they would normally give him. But I mean, I'm fine with it.
It
But
was working.
yeah, but like, what were we talking about with Tom Brady? I mean, I feel like with Joe Montana, I feel like that's kind of a sorry excuse at this point. I feel like you're in denial if you're arguing Joe
Yeah, I agree.
Montana's
He was incredibly
the GOAT.
talented.
when he in his time he was the
total
GOAT.
legend.
Yeah, like
I mean, he's probably top 3
yeah,
quarterbacks.
I agree.
But he's not Brady.
Yeah,
He's just not.
Tom Brady's definitely number one. Like
Yeah.
you can't deny it at this point. Like even if
And
you're in
he's
the closet,
so
you have
likable
to.
now that he's in Tampa.
Yeah,
He's
I know.
so funny now. It's awesome.
Dude, their jerseys look so much better since Tom got there too.
That's true.
When they remade them,
The
they look
Jameis
so much
jerseys were
better.
bad.
I know.
All right.
Oh my
so
goodness.
do you want to go into trade or no trade?
Yes. Let's go into
All
trade
right.
or no trade.
We got a list of some players here who have been either rumored for trade or, it would be best for them to be traded.
Yep.
So
You seen
I'll
that
just-
first one? You said you had to tack that on.
Yeah. I'll read it off and then you give your answer and then I will. So
Yep.
first of all, we have Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yep. For Jimmy, I think, dude, that'd be cool if we had like buttons that said trade or no trade, like deal or no deal.
yeah.
That'd be cool. But or we should have called it deal or no deal because they're making a deal. But
Oh yeah.
that'd be cool,
Dang it.
dude. We missed out. But Jimmy G, I think it's a no deal for this. Because I don't think he's gonna make it by the deadline because the deadline's on November 2nd.
Yeah.
Realistically, I think he is gonna get traded eventually. I think by this deadline, I'm going no deal. I would give him probably a third rounder to
Ooh,
I don't know.
I think that's high.
I think. Oh, I mean, he's serviceable. I think.
He's bad.
I think. Well, I do think he's bad, but
He's
like
really
I think.
bad.
I think the Panthers would definitely trade like a third round for him, especially if they don't get Deshaun Watson, which reports say that
Panthers
they won't.
have their first next year, right?
Yeah,
I think they should look into like Corral or something before they look into Jimmy
dude.
G.
I think honestly, I would hold out for Caleb Williams with Oregon or
That's a while to
Oklahoma.
wait,
I
though,
know,
especially when
he's
like
he's a true freshman, but like
especially when like the cornerstone of your franchise is a running back and
yeah,
a running back who's becoming more and more injured.
injury.
like,
Yeah.
Anyway, for Jimmy, I'm gonna say, unfortunately, by the deadline, no trade. I think he's gonna get cut in the offseason. I think
Mhm.
there's just no trade market for him anymore.
Yeah.
He's just not a good quarterback. I don't know.
I could see him
I
getting
like
cut.
to call him Jimmy Godoffalo.
Yeah.
That's how
a
I
good one.
refer to him. But yeah,
I call him-
he needs to get on the bench, and it's time to just embrace Trey Lance. It really, I can understand the angle of starting Garoppolo if they really were a contending team,
Yeah.
but we're not.
Uh-huh.
We're terrible. So why not? Whenever Lance comes in, there's going to be rookie mistakes,
Mhm.
whether it's this year or next. Why not get it out of the way when you're not a
Yeah.
good team? But
Well, that's what they're using with
Kyle Shanahan's being very difficult this year.
that's what they're doing with Andy Dalton and Justin Fields. They're like, well, I'm just going to give him reps.
Yeah.
He's going to have an awful season this year, and kind of like Josh Allen, I feel like. But next year, he's probably going to have a bounce back with
You
Justin
hope
Fields.
so.
Yeah. Trey Lance, I feel like he could have the potential to be like
I love
Patrick Mahomes
He
esque
remind,
season.
I like the Josh Allen comparison a lot more than the Mahomes one. I think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, coming out of a small school, they're both
Yeah.
raw, and I think give him the Josh Allen treatment. Throw him in there and let him make a ton of mistakes this year and let him work through it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We just saw it work, and Josh Allen's incredible now.
I mean, I agree.
He's not going to learn anything sitting on the bench, not taking reps, watching Jimmy G. He's just
Yeah.
not.
I mean, I love Allen. He's really
Yeah.
great. I think my favorite player, though, honestly, just in general, would be either Allen, Aaron Jones, or Derrick Henry. I love Derrick Henry.
I love
right
all
now,
three
dude.
of those guys.
They're all you can't like unless you're like rivals with that team. I feel like you can't
Yeah.
not like those players.
Gabe hates Derrick Henry.
Seriously?
It's like his least favorite player.
Why is he? Is
Because
he like
he's a Ravens fan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That makes
There
sense.
you go.
Dude, Derrick Henry. He looks like I remember every time I would play a running back on Madden and make a
Yeah.
player. That's like Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Massive with 99 speed.
Yep. Okay, next player.
Odell Beckham.
I think I'm gonna hit the deal button. I think
Ooh.
he's gonna get traded.
By the deadline?
Yep. I
Okay.
think he's gonna get traded. I hope the Packers. I feel like the Packers could make a run for him, especially with Lazard and Allen or Adams out. If
Yeah.
they do horrible in this game, and it's clearly because they're receivers, I think they're definitely gonna make a deal with the Browns for him, especially
Well,
since
they look really good this year, so going
Yeah.
all in. Yeah.
I don't know if OBJ would want to go to the Packers though, because Green Bay isn't a bigger market than Cleveland, Ohio.
Not like
But, like-
Cleveland's a massive market either.
Yeah,
though.
I mean that's the thing is he really liked it in New York because it was
Yeah.
a huge market. I feel like he'd want to go to another huge market. I did really like him on the Giants, but I feel like the Packers would be a good fit for him.
I think you'd fit really well with Devontae.
Yeah, I feel like, but that's the thing too. He'd have to acknowledge that he's going to be a wide receiver too. Especially, I feel like he could accept that now because he's kind of had down years.
I mean, the
But-
entire passing game is the second option in the offense he's in now. So
Yeah.
I feel like he'd probably still get more looks on Green Bay as a wide receiver too than he is in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
But
I feel like a 2 would be too much for him, especially with how he's playing now. I think third or
Yeah.
fourth.
if
way
I'm
more
Green
than-
Bay, I'd definitely give up a 3 for OBJ. I
Yeah.
would definitely do that.
Mhm.
I'm
If
gonna say no trade though. I
You're
don't
gonna say
think
no
I don't
trade?
think he's gonna get traded.
Yeah.
I think the Browns are just gonna stick with what they got and try to make a run here. And I also have zero trust in the Packers front office to actually pull the trigger if he was available.
Yep.
So
Well, they didn't land Stephon Gilmore,
yeah.
and instead
And now Jair
landed,
is, yeah.
they ended up landing Jalen Smith, which I kind of liked from them. I don't really like Jalen Smith.
Well,
I mean,
even
I
that
like
was
the
just a free agent
deal.
signing. Wasn't
Yeah.
it?
But I don't know. I wish they got Stephon Gilmore, but if they can't, they could really make it up by getting OBJ.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
You want to just make this one the last one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll go.
Yeah,
Allen
the
Rob.
other ones are kind of like iffy.
Yeah, Allen Robinson.
I think he's gonna no deal.
No deal.
I mean, Allen Robinson's really good. This year he's kind of looked iffy, but I think it's also because he's playing half-heartedly because he doesn't want to go to the Bears.
I don't know if it's necessarily that. I mean, he came out with a quote. It was either today or yesterday, and he said like he's having a hard time developing chemistry with Justin Fields, largely due because Fields didn't really get first-team reps in the offseason.
Yeah.
So I think the Bears and the 49ers blundered their quarterback situations. I think they needed to commit to the rookies, and now that they haven't and the rookies are kind of in position to start, they're not prepared. Like
Yeah.
they didn't get first-team reps. They haven't been playing, and I don't know. I think that Allen Robinson is probably a no deal by the deadline, but I'd be surprised if he's a Bear next season.
I agree with that. The thing with playing your rookie quarterbacks early is like then you could be in a Zach Wilson type of thing where
Yeah.
people are starting to like hate Zach Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing.
I think it's
especially
early
with
for
the-
that, but fans are reactive, especially because Jets fans just saw Darnold flame out. Like
Yeah.
their patience is probably running thin.
Especially with the Bears. Bears are very impatient with quarterbacks.
They've never
Um,
really had that good of one.
Yeah. Like they're always impatient with Justin Fields. I really like Justin Fields. I really
I
hope
do
he
too.
succeeds. And Trey Lance, I feel like the 49ers could be more patient with him. But I would I kind of like the sitting a year thing. But for this, how they're doing it, where they don't have they don't know what they're doing and they kind of have an
Just like,
awful coach.
Yeah, while we're not
Why not?
While we're not good, and Jimmy's
Yeah.
obviously not good. Why not let the rookie work through his mistakes now?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
you're just
agree.
delaying by sitting him this year and being bad. You're committing to also probably being bad next year because he's gonna have a lot to work through
Yep.
when he starts. But
I agree.
Yeah.
Now into Watson to Miami. So there's been reports that Watson was there was a done deal between the Texans and Dolphins, reportedly agreeing to give Deshaun Watson to the Dolphins. But the only issue is that the Dolphins owner wants indication of Roger Goodell if Watson will be suspended or not. So I don't know if he just wants indication or if he says that he is going to get suspended, that they're just not going to trade for him. But
yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know what he really meant by that, but that's what they said. I mean, honestly, realistically, regardless, my biggest concern is if he's going to play in general. If he can play in general eventually, I want
Right,
him.
I can take a year suspension if he's innocent and he can
Yeah.
play after that. I'd take
he's-
that all day.
If he's done for like forever, I wouldn't want to trade for him. But
Well,
if
yeah.
he can play again eventually, I would want to trade for him regardless. But they said that the deal would include 3 first-rounders, which the Texans wanted, 2 second-rounders, which is what they wanted, and
Probably Tua too.
yeah,
I
probably
would
2.
guess.
I would assume.
Unless they make it a 3-team deal and ship Tua somewhere else, but I doubt they keep Tua while
Yeah,
Deshaun
I mean,
comes in.
3 trade deals have been so rare recently with the
Yeah.
NFL. Like, I mean, it might happen, but I doubt it. Dude, honestly, I feel like it's a pretty good deal. I don't really like Tua. I mean, Tua played all right the last couple of games, but like
Yeah,
he
I
did have
don't-
that really
I
bad
don't know.
interception.
I don't know how to feel about him. I'm
He's
kind of
iffy.
split. Like
Yeah,
I think he has a low ceiling. at this
Same.
point, but I think it's also kind of early to judge him. He really hasn't played very much.
I think he's a little bit worse, Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones
Yeah,
has a higher ceiling than him.
I like Mac more than Tua.
But the thing is, though, is that with Tua, he's also stacked in with Joe Burrow, who's doing really well in the Dolphins.
And Herbert.
The Bengals, sorry. And Justin Herbert, which
Well, Burrow wasn't even there at their pick, so that's like,
Yeah.
what can you do? But Herbert was.
Yeah, it's
Herbert was
like-
there.
I was kind of thinking that I predicted that the Chargers were going to pick Justin Herbert, but by how the Dolphins were acting, I was not going to be surprised if they did pick Justin Herbert. I was also a Justin Herbert fan because I was Oregon, but yeah, I mean, I feel like Deshaun Watson, I don't want to see him on the Panthers. I don't really like the Panthers. I really like Deshaun Watson, but dude, I don't know. What do you think?
I just want to see him play again.
Yep, me too.
mean,
Well, he's a
okay,
top 5 quarterback without him.
if he did it, he should go to jail
Yep,
forever. And
agreed.
he should never play again. But if he didn't, and I really hope he didn't, I want to see him out there again
Yeah.
so bad. He is so good.
Dude,
I really don't care who it's for, as long as it's not the Texans.
Mhm. He was the top 5 He was a top 5 quarterback.
He
When-
led in yards
yeah.
last year
And he was
with
sucked.
a terrible
team sucked.
situation.
Yeah, it was. I really enjoyed Deshaun Watson, especially watching him play last year against the Bills in the dude. He made insane plays. Like, you can't even describe his plays. I really like Deshaun
He's
Watson.
a magician. He's unbelievable.
Yep.
It really sucks, this whole situation. I really hope he's innocent.
Dude, honestly, it's kind of crazy. But now on to our next game topic, which is start, bench, cut.
All right, you want to
Mhm.
rapid fire this?
Yep. Do you want to cut the NBA one out?
Sure.
Sure. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of like iffy about that. There's some that I really do enjoy, like Aaron Jones, Kamara, or Cook.
I'm going to start Kamara,
Mhm.
and this is probably controversial. I'm actually going to bench Aaron Jones. I'm going to cut Cook. I
Honestly.
don't know why. I love that. I'm gonna include like injuries and stuff in
Yeah.
this. Kamara at 1 is set for me, but I really like Aaron Jones and how much of a dual threat he is. The thing about Cook is we've seen how great Madison has been when he's come in.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure if I take that as Madison's awesome or if I take that as like a Cook might not be as incredible as we think. Don't get me wrong, he's amazing,
Yeah.
but out of these 3, I'd probably cut him.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It seems like the Vikings always have a really good running back, and they kind of suck when they leave to other places. I mean, Adrian Peterson was decent. Jerick McKinnon when he went to
Ugh.
when he went to the 49ers
Ugh,
was awful.
Robbery of millions.
Dude, that was insane. And with Madison and with Cook, I mean, Cook is really good. I think he might be a better running back than Aaron Jones, but I agree with you exactly. Start Kamara, bench Aaron Jones, cut Cook, regardless of injury, because I think Aaron Jones has a way better catching ability, and I think that I would want a running back who could catch and run.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you with that. Justin Herbert, Kyler Murray, or Joe Burrow.
I'm going to go in that order. Start Herbert, bench Murray, cut Burrow.
Yeah.
I love Justin Herbert. I think he's so good. So I got to start
Uh-huh.
him. And Kyler's right behind. Like, those two are really close for me. Kyler's incredible. He makes ridiculous plays that shouldn't happen every week. And
Mhm.
I love Burrow. I'm a huge Burrow fan, and he's a great quarterback, but he's just not on the tier with those guys.
Dude, I don't know. I mean, I kind of have to agree with you, but I'm definitely out of the question not cutting Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
I don't know about Joe Burrow and Kyler Murray. I really
Really?
like. I feel like Joe Burrow is really good. I think I'll have to go with you though, because I mean Joe Burrow has had interception issues, but he's also on the Bengals, so like, I don't know. I'll disagree with you for this. Adams, Hopkins, or Cup.
I'm going to go in that order again.
Mhm.
My unpopular pick, I actually think Tyreek Hill's the best receiver in the NFL.
Right now, seriously.
I do. I think that
So if we
he gets
change-
this reputation as just like a speed guy, but he's so good in every area. His route running is underrated. His contested catching is underrated. He's unbelievable.
What if we changed it to Adams, Hopkins, Hill? Would that change anything?
Hill, Adams, Hopkins.
Hill, Adams, Hopkins.
Yeah. Which it really feels weird to cut Hopkins because he's amazing. But I gave my reasoning for Hill. It's an unpopular pick, but I like him as the best in the league. Devontae Adams is incredible. I mean, he's an automatic touchdown inside the 5, it seems like. He's the best route runner in the league, and Hopkins is incredible. He's top 3, top 5 guaranteed, but that's my 1 and 2, so.
Yeah. I would pick start Adams, bench Hopkins, or bench Hill, and then cut Hopkins, because Hopkins, he's really good, but I don't know if he really has the after run ability. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like
he
that.
has it, but not necessarily as much as them.
Yeah. And then the last one I'll do is for not their quarterback play, Deshaun Watson, Big Ben, or Michael Vick.
Are you saying like how bad?
Off the field, like off the field.
How
in
bad?
General.
Like,
yeah. Would you rather?
Are we assuming Watson is guilty for this scenario?
Yeah, just in their scenario,
Well, then it's got to be Watson, Big Ben, Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me.
I would definitely
Michael Vick did was terrible, but it was.
Well, I think
it wasn't humans though. Like it was so bad. But
yeah.
I think what Watson allegedly and what Big Ben.
Well,
I guess allegedly did.
I think if it comes out, I definitely think that Deshaun Watson is the worst. I think Big Ben's is the least, because
he needs to be locked up for life
if
he did that stuff.
I do not like Big Ben personally. I think they all should go to jail if they're guilty, but dude, I don't know.
I can't believe you put that in there.
I know.
I didn't even see that one.
I was like, I gotta add that in there. But yeah, and then quickly game reviews. Chiefs Titans did not go as planned. I mean, I planned it. I mean, kind of, but
I picked the Chiefs on our show last week, and then last minute I can vouch. I switched to the Titans there. I just had a little change of heart, and I thought Derrick Henry was going to dominate. Which
I mean, he didn't really.
That's not really a bold prediction, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
He didn't really. He wasn't the. He was a still factor, but he wasn't really as big of a factor as I thought. It was more the passing game. They torched him in the passing game.
AJ Brown finally did something.
Dude, I picked up AJ Brown last minute off the wire.
He was on the wire?
Yeah, he was. What
kind of league are you in?
Well, they just didn't have him because they cut him because he was doing so bad recently.
Oh my!
I picked him up last minute, and then he did amazing. I'm like, yeah, thank you.
Whoever cut AJ Brown should be banned from fantasy football.
Dude, I know. I was like, who
was
he on there?
The Titans have back-to-back really big statement wins.
Dude, Chiefs are garbage. They're not even making it to the playoffs. I don't even think.
They might not, honestly. I think Mahomes is good to go for next week, and they got a get-right game against the Giants, but they're going to need to figure it out. I don't know what's going on with them.
That's insane. And speaking of awful blowouts, Bengals at Ravens.
I did not see that coming. I'm not going to
lie. Me neither.
I thought it was going to be a close game. Ravens win, but jeez, man. Jamar Chase made Marlon Humphrey look like Kevin King. He really did.
I know.
Like,
that was insane.
And by the way, the Ravens, I mean, they tried an absurd amount of arm tackles. Like, the tackling was terrible.
Dude, I didn't even expect that game at all. I thought if anything, it would be a close game, especially at Ravens. Like,
yeah,
bro. And okay, I normally like to give a team one pass for a bad game. For the Packers, it was their first game.
Yeah, it was
for
bad.
For the Chargers, it was against the Ravens. For the Ravens, it was against the Bengals. Chiefs, every game was awful.
Yeah, Chiefs have run out of passes.
I think for the Bills, their pass was the first week as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Bucks still are yet to have their pass.
Yeah, because they just lost to the Rams. Like,
yeah,
a lot of teams are going to lose to the Rams.
Yeah, but I think that was a fluke game for the Ravens. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. Now on to our predictions. So last week next week I'll have mine all calculated. I just kind of forgot to do it.
I kept track. I went 10-3 last week. We're sitting at 64% overall, 69-38. You know, not terrible.
All right,
not the best.
So let's speed fire these.
Okay.
I'll read them out to you first.
Okay.
So you'll pick first. Panthers at Falcons.
Panthers.
All right. Titans at Colts.
Titans.
All right. Dolphins at Bills.
Bills. Maybe by 50.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Bengals at Jets.
Bengals also maybe by 50.
Steelers at Browns.
This one's really tough for me because the Steelers kind of own the Browns, and the Browns are super injured, but I'm still going to go with Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. Rams at Texans. I skipped one. Eagles at Lions.
This is the week. Motor City Dan Campbell and the Lions win this week.
I agree. I kind
This
of
is
agree
it.
with you.
This is it.
Yeah. Rams at Texans.
Rams also maybe by
All
50.
right. I don't know. They I don't know.
I'm
but
not. I don't think the Texans will be even capable until Tyrod comes back. It's not a knock against Mills. It's not like it's his fault, but Tyrod was playing
Yeah.
awesome.
Dude, yeah, he was playing great, and then all of a sudden, 49ers at Bears.
God. I
The
You
battle
know
of
what?
the two awful
You know what?
quarterback situations.
tie.
Tie.
10-10 tie. They're both so
Dude,
bad, man. They're
I
both
know.
so bad.
Dude, they're so similar
You
with
see
their.
Kinlaw's
their
probably out for the year
situations.
now. Khalil
know.
Mack isn't playing. It's gonna be so bad. I'm not gonna pick again.
Yeah.
I'll go 49ers, I guess.
It's
But if it's a tie,
a tie. I'll give it to
I
you.
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Patriots at Chargers.
I know the Patriots whooped them last year, but this coaching staff makes a world. I'm gonna go Chargers.
Mm-hmm. Jaguars at Seahawks.
I really want to take Jacksonville, but I can't. I'm gonna go Seattle. They're off 2 really close losses at
Yeah.
home. Like Geno's bad, but he's not loose to the Jaguars at home bad.
Bucks at Saints.
Bucks. I think we get a bad Saints this week. Not a good one.
Yep, I agree. Washington at Broncos.
Washington. I'm totally out on the Broncos and
Me too.
Washington. I think Washington, even though they lost pretty significantly,
It was-
I think they played their best game of the year. I really do.
There were a couple plays where they almost could have been in the running for the Packers again. That wasn't as
was
close.
2 inches from a rush touchdown. Man.
Dude, that was a closer game than the score kind of
Yeah,
picked.
I think
And
that's the best game
Packers
they've played all
awful.
year. I think that's the best game Washington played, and the
Packers haven't
Broncos
been
are
playing
terrible.
good.
Broncos are terrible.
Yeah, I agree with you. Cowboys at Vikings.
I go a little bit of an upset. I got the Vikings here. I think the Cowboys are riding pretty high, and I don't know. I don't trust McCarthy off a bye, and
Yep,
Kirk Cousins off a bye has historically not been very great, but
he's been playing lights out, kind of.
I'm gonna ignore it.
Yeah,
He's playing really good. I just think this is gonna be a really high scoring, really good game, and I think Trayvon Diggs ends his streak this week.
Giants at Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't really have much to say about that. I just don't think the Giants can win 2 in a row.
Yeah, I agree with you there. All right, my turn.
All right, Panthers at Falcons.
I will pick the Falcons. I feel like the Falcons have been way more consistent this year.
Titans at Colts.
I definitely think Titans. I think Derrick Henry's going to rush for 1,000,000 yards. But these are 2 running
Reasonable.
teams, so it'll be interesting to see this one.
Yeah, whoever controls the ball, really.
Yeah,
All right, Dolphins at Bills.
by like 100, like you said.
Mhm.
They already beat them. They put a donut on them
I
last
know.
time,
It
so
was-
I
it was
mean,
like I don't even remember.
could
What
they
the
put a
score was.
second donut on them? I don't know.
I won't put it past them.
Dude, facts.
Bengals at Jets.
I'll pick the Bengals. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Especially with Zach Wilson out. I mean, wouldn't have mattered, but still.
Right. Steelers at Browns.
I'll pick the Browns. I mean, their run game looked really good, especially for a third string running back. They looked really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was really high on the Steelers coming in this year, but Big Ben has been looking horrible. Like
Yeah.
they really need a better quarterback. If they had a better quarterback, then I would definitely pick the Steelers. But no.
All right. Eagles at Lions.
I'm gonna pick the Eagles. I mean, I can't really pick the Lions for this one. I don't know. It's kind of hard.
All right. Rams at Texans.
Rams, but I don't think it's gonna be as big of a blowout as you think. I think it might be a closer game, but yeah.
Niners at Bears.
I think the 49ers, but dude, I don't know. It
game
could go either way.
sucks.
This
This
game's
game
gonna be
sucks.
bad, dude. I don't know. That's all I gotta say. I will
Yeah.
say 49ers.
All right. Pats at Chargers.
I think it's gonna be a really close game, kind of like last week with or was it last week with the Patriots and Cowboys game
It's 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks
They
ago.
beat the Jets by 40 last week.
Oh yeah, it slipped my mind, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a close game like that. I think this could be like it would be like I think it's gonna be a playoff intensity kind of match, but I don't think it's
I
a
can see
playoff
that.
match. But yeah,
All right. Jags at Seahawks.
Seahawks. I don't want to give the Jaguars this one.
Yeah. Bucks at Saints.
Bucks. No need. No.
That's all.
Yep.
All right. Washington at the Broncos.
Washington. Actually, I really like Heineke still. I think they're pretty good. I mean,
I don't think he's a franchise quarterback by any means, but
I
he
feel
reminds
like
me
he
of
could be.
Fitzpatrick. Like he's a likable dude, and I think he's gonna travel around to be a bridge for a long time. But
Yeah.
I think he's capable.
Yeah. I think he definitely can win games. I feel like.
All right. Cowboys at Vikings.
I agree with you. I think the Vikings are gonna smack them in the mouth and actually humble these Cowboys. I don't know.
All right. Giants at Chiefs. I know you're low on the Chiefs. Are you this low?
I'm gonna pick the Giants.
Oh
I
my
gotta
God.
pick the Giants. I don't know. I feel like it could be
At the Chiefs?
they played bad at Arrowhead this year. I don't know. Giants,
it's the
Danny Dimes. I don't know. I could be regretting this pick, and I feel like I could, but I gotta do it. I gotta pick him. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. But that is all we have for today's episode. On behalf of Carter and I just want to say thank you for listening to the Sports and Stuff Show. Yeah. The 7th episode. And make sure to keep up to date on all of our socials.
Yep.
Like I said, we will be announcing what game we'll be doing after at some later time. So make sure to follow us on Instagram at sportsandstuff.show and on Twitter at SNS_show and on TikTok, our biggest platform so far, at Sports and Stuff Show. And just make sure to follow us on there. TikTok we've been churning out content on there left and right. And make sure to also keep up to date on all the episodes and make sure to listen to the next episode next Friday on the University Pulse from 12 to 1 p.m. or on any podcasting platform after the show has gone live. Thank you again for listening, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.